Good morning. Okay, so it's 6:30 Central and 7:30 Eastern. So this is the pre-market minute show. Today, what we want to do is just go through the stories for you guys. We have a lot of stories, so you cover a lot. So first, what we'll be doing is go through some of the indices, right? So you check S&P 500, you will check some of the stuff's happening in tech, some are also happening in the health sector. So we just go through them and see. After that, we'll go through the news, latest updates coming. But first, we will do a recap of what happened yesterday to help you guys out because we want to get information and let's know. And a big, beautiful bill, it's just advancing in the house. So we'll just go through that and also try our best and look at what's happening over there. I know I'm thinking today might be the last day if possibly would have to pass. Yeah, I'm thinking today should be the last day. So let's see what will happen today. Yeah, I'm sure we'll go through because for what the Democrats guys are saying, I don't really disagree with them. They are just demanding that um, the Medicaid, and also the SNAP benefits, they shouldn't cut it. That is what, because when you look at the sections, I've been streaming it on my other YouTube channel, so I get a bit of influence on it, and I've been following it a lot. So what they are doing basically is telling you guys, don't cut Medicaid, don't cut SNAP. So that is what basically what they are saying. Yesterday, was it yesterday? I think so. When you watched it very well, about 20 House representatives, most of them are from the Democrat side. What they are doing is they are, they want to introduce an amendment for them not to cut Medicaid funds, for them not to cut SNAP funds. So for me, I think that is one thing they are pushing for. So if the House can do something about it, I am sure it will help them. That is the only thing. So if it goes through, that'll be fine. If it doesn't, we are here to look at what happens. Yeah. So first, what we want to today we are green. We are so green. Yeah, the day is green, and don't forget, the week closes today. Yeah, tomorrow is a holiday, June 4th. It's a holiday, a public holiday. So markets are closing today by 1 p.m. Eastern. So let's get that straight. Markets are so closing. Tomorrow you're not coming. Yeah, so because I don't know, I bet I'm not sure you're coming tomorrow. Market is closing today. So first we will go through some of the stuff that's happening today. Just look at the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and Dow. We are all green today. Yeah, 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 yeah. The S&P is up by 0.07%. Yeah, S&P is up by 0.07%. Yeah, so it's not a big. Yesterday, we also agreed. Nasdaq also we are up by 0.08%, and the Dow we are also up by 0.09. So basically, I think they are hovering across boards. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Yesterday we closed. I think we closed at 6227.42. Yes. And today, this morning, we are hovering around 6279.25 for the S&P 500. Yeah. So it has really for the Nasdaq it has surged about as I said 0.094%. Yeah, percent. Yeah. So it's a bit good for us. We are all green, but the VIX we are down. We are down by 1.13%. So it's not bad, right? The VIX ideally some days it'll go up, some days it'll come up. So yeah, basically, yeah, let's look at some of the news happening. Do you have news? Okay, first we go through our watch list and see start from let's start from HIMS. HIMS is down. HIMS is down. Yeah. Okay, so yesterday it closed at 47.46, yeah, 47.46, and today we are up by 47.4 now, so we are up by 0.7%, yeah, 0.07%, yeah, because we closed at 47.46, and today we are up 47.49, so up by 0.07%, yeah, so that is hints for you. Let's see if you can go through some of their peers, what is happening over there. Let me go through them and see. Okay, let me go back. Alphabets, the alphabet is also down by 0.06%. Yesterday closed at 178.64, and this morning is down 178 by 53. So we are down by 0.06%. That's alphabet. Now Meta, let's see Meta, what is happening on Meta. It closed yesterday, we closed at 713. Today it's 718, so up by 0.72%. So it keeps on moving, right? So I don't know what's happening over there. I will go through some of the details, but yeah, it seems this morning is jumping. So yeah, we are green to this morning, and it's 0.72%. We don't know what news they are bringing up, what news we are hearing. So after here, I think we will go through them and see. Let me go through this, my watch list, and see. United Health. United Health is up 309. Yesterday it closed at 3. But yesterday when we were doing the show, I think it was around 312, yeah. And don't forget that they had a two days for these employers to buy some of the stocks, right? So I'm sure that is what that gave that rise, because it was down, and that 2 days I think it jumped from up to like 312, yeah, because it was hovering around 312 points something, yeah. But yesterday it closed at 307. Today it's up by 309. So you'll see what happens today. We'll see what happens. Maybe they've been going through a lot because of the intense government scrutiny that is happening over there. So you'll see what happens. Okay, let's go to the other side. Let me see. So far, let's go so far. Okay, so far closes yesterday. It was 18.12. 18.12, yeah. And this morning we are up by 0.06%. It's 18.13. Yeah. So it's not a bit of surprising news for me. Today, we will just go through some of the news and see if they have better news for us today. So today, trading will be very slow because the week is ending. So don't expect much from these guys, right? Don't expect much. Let me see Palantir. Okay. Yeah, Palantir is also up 132. Wow. 132. 132 closed. Yesterday closed at 132. This morning is 133. So 0.67%. Whew, that's good. That's good. Let me see if they have good news for us. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, you see, there's something people are still debating about Palantir's valuation, right? People are saying it's overvalued. So it's I don't know. I don't know what people are saying. Sometimes you sit down and listen to some of these analysts, and you think of what is happening. It is what it is. It is what it is. So let me see Snowflake. Let me see. It's also up by 0.6%. 0.16%. It closes yesterday at 217.34 and today is 217.69. So it's not a bad thing for us. Let me go to Shopify. Yeah, Shopify would also be up. Yes, I said it. 0.23%. Yeah, yesterday it closes at 114 and today it's 115. Yeah, Rocket Lab. Let's see Rocket Lab. What is happening in the Rocket Lab? Yesterday it closed at 35.68. Today is 35.81. So it's up by 0.36%. A bit flat, right? But still, it's up. So we will see what happens today. As I said, today the market will be a bit slow, so don't expect much. Don't expect much from them. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if we go through some of the stuff. Robin Hood is down. Woo. Okay, it closes yesterday at 97, and today is 96, down by 1.62%. Let me see if they have any. No, we don't have any news this morning for Hood, but we'll go through some of the feeds from X and see what's happening over there. Coinbase, let's see what happens. Coinbase is up 0.33%. Yesterday they closed it at 354, and this morning it's 355. So it's up by 0.33%. Let's see, go to some of the semiconductors. AMD is up by 0.51. Yesterday was 138, this morning 139. So 0.51. Broadcom, let's check Broadcom. Broadcom will be up, definitely. Yeah, they're up by 0.03, a bit flat. But yesterday they closed at 269.90. This morning is 269.97. So it's not a bit of surprise. Intel will be down from the news they had yesterday. I'm not. Oh, okay. Yeah, Intel is up. The close yesterday was 21.8. This morning is 29.94. It's up by 0.27. Yeah, do you have any? No, we don't have any news. We don't have any news. We don't have any news for Intel. Ooh, let's see Micron Technology. Micron is up by 0.4%. By 0.4, yeah. By up, they closed yesterday at 121. This morning it's 122. Micron is up. Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay. TSM is also down by 0.41. Yesterday it was 233. This morning is 232. Yeah. A bit of surprising. Let me see if you have any news for. Nah, we don't have news. Any good news for Taiwan? TSM. My last one will be the Nvidia for the semiconductor. So don't worry about that. It's also up by 0.79. Yeah. Yesterday it closes at 74, and this 74.25, and this morning it's 74.84. Yeah. So you look at some of them. Okay, let me check Nvidia before we move on. Nvidia is down by 0.1. Yesterday it was 157.25. This morning, it's down 157.10. Okay. Let me check. Let's go to cryptocurrency. Yeah, the crypto market this morning. So just around 6 6 a.m. Eastern today. I think it was around 110. This crypto market is a bit sometimes you don't really understand what is happening, right? It keeps on moving. That's how the market is. That is the market. That is how it's behaving. And this morning is 109.689. Not a bit of different from yesterday. Yesterday, I think a bit similar, yeah. But around this morning, I think I saw a price action around 110. Yeah, so it keeps on. I'm sure it will not still go back to maybe 10, to maybe 98 or maybe 97. I don't know, but yeah, you see, some people might be taking profit from this. When it keeps on, don't be surprised when it gets to, let's say, 115, 120. You see a bit of liquidation from the system, because some people might be taking profits, right? Even this 109, some people might be taking profits out of there. So don't be so surprised if you see people, or if you see this price action pumping down. Don't be surprised, right? Yeah, it will keep on flipping out, keep on going down, so that some people will also be buying the dip. So don't be surprised if it keeps on happening in that way. Yeah. So let's see if we can go through some of the sections. The news. Yeah. First, we'll go through some of the feeds. I already bookmarked some of the sections we want to go through, some of the news. I don't know how true this story is. Microsoft to lay off 9,000 American employees, but have requested 14,000 new H-1B. I think we would have to do a bit of analysis or check on this one, verification on this one, because don't forget yesterday, yesterday, I think, was it Google or App? Yeah, they also announced. Yes, they also announced of a layoff. So I don't really know what's happening over there. Okay, so Wall Street Engine. You just go through Wall Street Engine and see some of the news making waves. Yeah, just now, Scott Disitt said could see economic growth in excess of 3%. Yeah, Secretary General. Yeah, so it's not a bit of surprise. Okay, so let me see what I want us to do today. Yeah, okay. I got my names, some of them here. Okay. Okay. First one I want us to go through is Datadog. Yeah, it's set to join the S&P 500, replacing a general power networks. Yeah, which is being acquired by Powell. This news came in yesterday. Yeah, so I already, what I did was to also, I have this story on my timeline as well. Alibaba proposes to offer HK 12 billion of exchangeable bonds. Yeah, it's on my timeline. That's one. Now, the bullish sentiment is out. Don't forget, AI, what they did was, it's a survey. So what they do is they ask investors, yeah, their sentiment around it. So the sentiment votes came in, and for the next 6 months, 45%. Is it 45%? Yes. I believe that 45% are saying bullish. That we will be bullish. 45%. It came in yesterday, and they are saying we will be bullish. Then 33% is saying we will be bearish. Okay. And in I think in June it was 35% bullish and 40% of bearish. So it keeps on changing. But this July, currently, yesterday, the sentiment was that the next 6 months will be so bullish. So you should take note of that. Investors should take note of that. BlackRock said to weigh selling stake in Aramco gas pipelines. Yeah, so that is a bit of news coming from there as well. Okay, Let me go back and see. As I told you today, the market is a bit slow, so don't expect much. JP Morgan names David Frame as global head of its private bank, a new role to help deep-pocketed clients invest more abroad. Yeah, so they have a new global head of private equity. Yeah. Now, yesterday, US announced that they have a deal with Vietnam, right? They have a deal with Vietnam. Now, China reacts back so sharply. This is what they said. China's Commerce Ministry says it firmly opposes any party taking measures at its expense and will safeguard its legitimate rights and interests. If indeed, in response to the US Vietnam deal. So it's not a bit of surprise because don't forget that um, China was heavily using Vietnam market a lot. So I think they also see they, I don't know if they see it as a start bag or whatever because this 20% now what Trump is doing is Trump cuts Vietnam tariffs to 20%, right? Now, and what they did was to slap 40% tariffs on goods that's been transshipped through Vietnam. So now you will not see any backdoors like for Chinese exports trying to dodge US tariffs. So it's not a very big surprise when you hear Chinese saying that. You hear China Commerce Ministry, so Commerce Secretary saying that. So it's not a bit of surprise to me here. Okay. Yes. So as I was telling you, I told you earlier that don't be surprised to see if Bitcoin breaks the 115K, people will be liquidating most of their funds. The reason is people want to take profits, and people would also maybe will leave it. But some people might be taking profits, so don't be surprised if you see liquidation going on over there. Now, so this is Bitcoin adoption, yeah. So Bitcoin is at 3% adoption in 2025. So there's a bit of similar situation in 2005 or to the internet users in 1990. So in online banking in 1996 and social media in 2005 and internet in 1990 is the same. So you can just compare and contrast. In those years, the rate at which people were getting used to social media or even the internet was a bit low, 3% adoption. It's the same thing. Now people are getting confidence in Bitcoin. So I don't see maybe much of a big deal. So Trump is back again. Trump is back at it again. So I think it was around 1 or 2 a.m. Eastern. We got this from Trump Social. He said largest tax cuts in history and booming economy versus biggest tax cuts increase in history. And a failed economy. What are the Republicans waiting for? What are you trying to improve? MAGA is not happy, and it's costing you votes. So I'm not surprised this is coming. I think so. Yeah. Before we went to sleep, I think most of the Republicans didn't want to vote yes, and it took a bit of negotiation before they had it. So yeah, that is what came in, and it advances. It has already advanced, and Speaker Mark Johnson said that they had a vote at some point in time. So I knew that this is going to happen, and definitely this thing is going to pass. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens over there. Yesterday, US lifts chip software So US lift chip software caps on China. So the US yesterday lifted export restriction on chip design software to China in a trade move. So yeah, it happened yesterday. So it's not a bit of surprise to me. Mm, as I said today, the market is a bit down. It will be a bit slow. So don't don't worry if you're not seeing a bit of more news. Yesterday we gave you I think a lot of news, but today you not get that news. The market will be a bit slow. So okay, let me see if I can go through some of the feeds from here. Who this just came in. ASC Space Mobile secures additional 100 million of liquidity from non. Wow, wow, wow! This is huge. This is huge. This is huge from ASTS. Yeah, this is huge. Yeah, that's one of, and you know let's check their stock and see. Let's check. ASTS. So okay, ASTS. Yes, you see the spike. You see the spike. Yeah, yeah. You see the spike. I told you. Yesterday was 45.71, and this morning is 46.20. Yeah. So they are up by 1.33%. So it's not a bit of surprise. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow, that's huge for them. STS. Yeah. So let me see if I can get a bit of we've already covered this, right? So okay, okay, okay. We don't have a lot of news this morning, so just bear with us. We don't have much more news, so okay. So what we'll do next is we'll go through this. Let's see if we can go through some of the sections before we bring the program to an end. Today's just 30 minutes. Yeah, let's go back and see. Coinbase, what's Coinbase doing? Yeah, Coinbase is still up 0.38%. Rocket Lab, is up by 0.22%. Um, SoFi, is up 0.28%. Not of a big spike. Apple, let me see Tesla. Tesla. Tesla is also up by 0.55%. Okay. Apple. Apple is down 211. Wow, 0.62. Amazon. Let me see Amazon. Amazon. Amazon is up by 0.2%. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's not a little bit surprising to me. Yeah, some of these things happens a lot. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. So that is what we have for this morning. Just make sure you are liking, you are commenting. Just give us your feedback, your honest feedback, so that we could always improve on whatever we give you guys. And again, subscribe to our channel. From next week, I think we have a lot of earnings, so we'll be bringing you a lot of earnings, yeah, earnings conference calls, yeah, because you know us, that is what we do best. Yeah, we'll bring you the earnings, yeah, webcast, so that you guys will go through it, yeah. So that is it for the pre-market minute show. I'm Walid Yabua. So guys, we'll see you on Monday. Don't forget, markets will be closing very early today, 1 p.m. Eastern, and I think it will be 12 p.m. Central. So just bear in mind, yeah. So see you.